Okay, a quick video of the walkthrough of the non-calculator paper. If you look at the question on the left there, it says calculate 11 squared. So what you need to do is 11 times 11. So the scratch pad on the left is used for doing your calculations. So you'll put your numbers in. So you type your 1 and your 1. And then same again below, 1 and your 1. Put your multiplication sign in. 1 times 1 is obviously 1. 1 times 1 again is obviously 1. Do your second row of your multiplication. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Bottom line's there. Add up the two rows. So we've got a 1. And then we've got 2, and then we've got a 1. So the answer to 11 squared is 121. We put your answer in there and move on to the next question. Okay, the next question is a ratio question. It's about mixing purple paint. She needs to make 1,800 millilitres of purple paint and she has to do it in a mix of red paint to blue paint to white paint. The red paint to blue paint to white paint is in a 3:2:1 ratio. So we add up all the shares. 3 and 2 and 1 equals 6. And we take that 6 and we divide it by the 1800 one. 8, 0, 0. Put our bus stop in. 6 into 1 doesn't go. 6 into 18 goes 3 times. 0 and 0. So each share is 300 and our blue paint is at a share to 2. So 2 times 300 will give me an answer of 600. So how much blue paint would we need? We'd need 600 mil. So we use this scratch pad to do any calculations on the non-calculator part of the paper. And I'm just going to forward through the next one. So we've finished this section and it's just a demo, so let's go to the next section. So we'll go into the calculator section now and show you some of the tools. So the first question, as you can see there, it says Jimmy works in a shop. He has this information about the 72 items sold last week. We've got a tablet, 15 sold, the angles was 75 degrees, and the phone 44, laptop 13. Jimmy starts to display this information on the pie chart that's shown there. And it says you may drag the dot on the diagram to draw the pie, so we can actually move this, as you can see. This will create the segments on the pie, and in order to, we've got labels at the bottom there that we can drag up. In order to get our protractor, and I'm just going to move my camera very slightly down on the bottom bar there, I'm going to click on the calculator button first and do my calculation. So if I know that 75, the angle for 15 sold is 75 degrees, I can take that as 75. I'll move this back up here so you can see it. 75 and divided by 15 will give us what one item is, and that works out at 5. So I'm going to copy that in there. So you copy your answer into you, it works out at 5. So every other item is 5 degrees. So the phone, if I go 44 multiplied by 5, that's 220 degrees. Add that in there, and then I do 13 multiplied by 5, 65 degrees. I'll copy that in. Just do a quick check. 65 plus 220 plus 75, 360 degrees, which is what my circle is, so that's fine. That could be a nice check. So I've got my angles now, so all I need to do is select my protractor, which again, if I just point down, it's on the bar at the bottom, and you can see it now over here. So I'm going to drag it over across the screen and put it over the top of my pie chart, and I'm going to fix it now so that I know that my phone, let's do the laptop. The laptop's 13 sold, 65 degrees, so I can turn this around now. And if I start from 0, which is just at the top here, and then with my blue line, say I'm at 10 degrees, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 5 degrees. And then if I just click back on the space, the protractor goes back where it is. So I've got 65 degrees in the green section, and that was for laptop, so I can drag the laptop up, and I know that the phone is the rest of that pie chart, so that's finished. So I can move on to the next question now. This is about putting a shape onto the grid there at the bottom. A little bit of conversions to do. It says draw the front elevation of the prism at a scale of 1 to 3. So I'm just looking at this, I'll just drop this on here, ready. Okay, and you drag the squares round to make the shape you need. The side going up is 15 centimetres, but a scale of 1 to 3, I need to scale that down, so 15 centimetres divided by 3 means that going up it's going to be 5 centimetres, so I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the top. 10.5 divided by 3 gives me 3.5. I'll just check that with my calculator. Just brought my calculator back in. 10.5 divided by 3. Yeah, 3.5. Just put that in there. Close that down. So across the top is 1, 2, 3.5. Now across the bottom it's 18. Now I know 18 divided by 3 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4.5 divided by 3 is 1.5. So I'll stretch this to 1.5, so there's 1 and 1.5. And all that's left now is for me to just put that there, so it's a nice straight line. And there we go, we have the shape, that's formatted correctly. Let's click on the next button. So this is about using a bar chart, and I don't think I need to show you this. What you need to do is put the correct title in. I'll just type in title just as an example. Dead easy to do. Your scale goes up in equal amounts, so it might go up in hundreds, it might go up in 500s, always starts at 0. Let's just say for this example it goes up at 500s, and then the next one will be 1,000, so you can work out your scale. I'm not saying that's right, I'm just giving you an example. And then if you need to push your graph up, so the red one might be 500, just use your mouse, push on the bar to get the desired height. That's all you need to do. Nice and straightforward. Put your axes in. So if this was 1980, and then the next one was 1990, so on and so forth, and populate your graph. Okay, I think we're good with that one. Let's click on the next one. Next example is about using a scatter graph and correlation. So it's asking, the chart is about time and age. So what it's saying is there for 12 athletes have run a race, and there's one other athlete to input that's aged 36 and times 29 minutes. So the red cross there, which I can drag over. So if I go up, his age 36, so he's around about here. and it's going up to 29 minutes, which is round about here. I'll drop my X in the spot. Okay, so I've done that, and now it says draw a line of best fit. So you need to run a line that's going through to show a trend, show a data line, and they normally get even amounts on each side. So if you just kind of work out where you want it to go, you just drag it, put it where you think it needs to go, stretch and resize it accordingly. And I'm just going to guess with that one's about there. Okay, so that's how you put a line of best fit into a graph and plot any scatter graphs. This one is about doing a bearing. So it says do a bearing from, let me see, start at point A and walk to point B. So it's a bearing from A. So what I need to do is first of all put my line across. So going from A to B. We need to get my protractor, so I click on the bottom to get my protractor and drag it over. Just remember, when you do a protractor, it needs to go in the centre, and it's always from north, it always goes clockwise. So if I put that up there and look where it crosses, make sure it's lined up, I would say it is round about 112 degrees. So if we look at that going straight down, and then the pink line across gives us the marker to where it is. 0 is the top, so it's round about 112 degrees. So I'm going to just type my answer in, 112 degrees, and that's happy with that one. Click on the next one. Final example, how to do a net diagram. Net diagram of a cube that's 3 by 3 by 3. Each square's it says 20 centimeters there, but I actually think that scale's wrong. So if we just do 3 squares by 3 squares, you'll see what I mean. 1. It is only a demo tape, this. So there's 1. Move that over a little bit. So a net diagram's got to create a cube. So you drag them across and drop them into the place that they need to be. You keep going until you feel you've got your net. Remember, a net is a cube that's opened out, it's a shape that's opened out. Drag across, drag down. 6 sides on a cube, I've got 5 there now. Make sure everything's lined up nicely. And there you have your cube as a net diagram. Click next. That little practice test is finished, so I'll complete the test and I'll say thank you very much. Thanks for watching.